Hello everybody and welcome back to the Old Dominion Dynasty. Ready to take on UNC, but first a little bit of recruiting news. James Graham is a 3-star cornerback out of Arkansas. We've added him to our board because he looks pretty good, especially for a 3-star there. Look at those ratings. I think he could be an important piece to our defensive backfield. We're really trying to improve that, and here's our latest commit, 4-star defensive tackle Terrence Robinson. Looks to be a good player, very good addition to our recruiting class. And there you go. Beautiful afternoon for some football here between the 5th-ranked Tar Heels, who come into this game. They're all 4 of their wins have been against teams with a 1-3 record. So we'll see this test on the road at ODU as their first real big game. And as you can see, the ACC Coastal, a very competitive division, looks to be one of the tougher divisions in all of college football this season. So ODU will kick off. Tommy Patrick sends it with that boot. He is a touchback master. UNC, typically led by junior quarterback Joseph Woodard. He is injured. He will be out for the next 6 weeks here. So sophomore Matt Berry gets his start on the road. Matt Berry throwing on this play, finds his man Andre Mitchell. 9 yards, and so far, quick little start for the sophomore, getting some confidence for him. Lining up next to him is Scott Billings, a very good running back, but not needed on this play. Matt Berry doing what Boston College did a week ago, and that is just light this defense up with the option. But they're going to spread it out here. 5 wide. Billings comes back now, and it's going to be an option off the motion. Matt Berry finds some room to run, breaks off Josh Smith before he's pushed out of bounds. Not a good start, and a senior linebacker, Josh Smith, after missing the tackle, makes the interception. The 6'4" senior we just mentioned makes up for his mistake of the missed tackle, gets the interception, and a bad throw by Matt Berry, but we'll take it. So ODU will take over and get a turnover. They do have to go 90 yards, though, if they want to punch this one into the end zone. Sullivan gets the first carry of the day for 10 yards. ODU picks up the first down a couple plays later. Now Nick Carroll on a quick slant. That's what you want. Joshua Kemp, still just a sophomore, remember. So he's still got some growing to do in this offense, but we're hoping a better performance this week than last week. There's Todd Jackson. Got to get him involved too. Best receiver on this offense. Second down now. Handoff to Sullivan, who gets blown up. Not sure what happened there. I think it just was kind of a collision, actually more with his own lineman. It's up 3rd and long near midfield. Joshua Kemp back to throw, pressured, and it's into coverage. Ike Porter with the interception. D'Angelo Holcomb does run him down, but not before he's able to get into ODU territory. So both teams throwing interceptions with their sophomore quarterbacks. It's going to be an interesting game to see how these guys handle the situation. Josh Smith now starting to get into a rhythm. Another big play from him. 3rd and 5. Iffy field goal range for UNC, so they'd like to push it forward, but Matt Berry's hit and dropped. He'll get about a yard, if anything, on that play, and UNC does kick the field goal to take the lead 3-0. Kemp, plenty of time to throw on this play. Hit as he throws, and another interception for Ike Porter. So maybe it's time to stop throwing in that direction, although I don't know. Kemp probably should have just hung on and took the sack. Ill-advised throw under pressure, and here's Matt Berry running options just left and right here. And ODU did not learn a lick from last week when they just got shredded by that Boston College option. Here we go. Kevin Watson off the edge gets the sack. It was a play-action pass, and Watson was not fooled, and the UNC O-line did not do their job. 2nd and 15, going to be a handoff to Billings, and there's a clattering of ODU players allows this play inside the 5. Guys were just tripping all over each other, so 2nd and goal here. Not this time. Last week, it was Boston College running options into the end zone. This time, Derek Hughes. Look at how he just kind of runs with the running back. John Mills comes flying in there to clean up. 3rd and goal now. Looking to get into the end zone. Matt Berry looking to throw. It's a touchdown. There's a flag on the play. It's going to be roughing the passer. Yet again, we had this issue last week. Roughing the passer. Ryan Chapman's the culprit this time. Doesn't matter. They scored a touchdown. 10-point lead. Coach is not happy there. Late in the first quarter, 5th-ranked UNC on top. Kemp going to run a little option himself, and we'd like to see this. Look at the moves. He sent the defender down 28 yards, and that's what you want to see. Maybe get Kemp running a little bit more. And just absolutely sits the defender down. Start of the 2nd quarter, looking to get on the board. Kemp into UNC territory. Rashid Chase breaking tackles, makes the good catch for 14. Chase has been spectacular the last couple of weeks. ODU would fail to move much further on the drive, and William Tuttons, the freshman kicker, nails that field goal. It's a 7-point game. 6:16 to go. Barry going to run a little option again. Chased down by Xavier Wallace, but not before he picks up 8. Across midfield, 2nd and 2. Going to run some more option. A late pitch. It almost escaped the grasp of Scott Billings, but he picks up 15, so UNC will take that every day. 3rd and 5 upcoming for UNC, and Kevin Watson breaks that play up, sets up the 4th down, where UNC would convert another field goal. It's a 10-point game once again. Scott Sullivan gets this next drive going with a 7-yard carry. And now they're going to run trips out to the right side. Sullivan on the counter play out to the left, a big gain of 13. That's at least big in the context of the way the offense has produced the last couple of weeks. It's just not been as effective as you want this offense to be. Kemp under center, hands it off to Sullivan, who's going to do a little bit of power running, and he gets the job done. Sullivan, the senior, Virginia native, looking to have a big season in his final year in Monarch Blue, and this is a bad throw to Phil Billings. Alex Hardy, the center, is going to help chase this down. And if he doesn't make that play, that might be a pick 6. But yet another 3 interceptions in this first half for Joshua Kemp. And he has really regressed. Could certainly call it a sophomore slump right now. He is, he wasn't spectacular last year. He made mistakes like that last year, but you'd like to see him improve. And here, a little option pitch to the fullback, Lewis Dennis. The fullback getting some love on the sidelines, and UNC 20-3 right now as we're approaching halftime. But Rashid Chase on a little out route. If he had a little bit more speed, Chase is a good physical receiver, but he's not very quick. Hopkins going to get the first down on 3rd and short. ODU running out of time in the half to score. They'd like to get one before the half. Play action for Kemp, fires, and who else but Rashid Chase has been the man to go to the past couple of weeks. One of the few players that is consistently delivering for ODU. Rashid Chase with the touchdown before halftime, and ODU get the ball to start the second half. They could certainly make this a one-score game, and that's pretty good considering the situation where 3 interceptions have been thrown. The defense has been up and down. It's not been consistently good. Yeah, it's just the turnovers again. It's kind of the same thing we experienced with Josh Silva in his sophomore year, where it was just a lot of turnovers. See if Kemp can fix that, and if ODU can get things going, because right now, North Carolina basically have as many rushing yards as ODU has total yards in one half of play. So here's the kickoff to Antoine Hopkins, who is a dangerous return man in his own right. See if he can get one going here. Stuffed for a 22-yard return. So here we go. Shotgun for Kemp, 4 wide receivers, first down. I'm going to dump this one off to Scott Sullivan for 7 yards. You know, a good reliable target out of the backfield, the senior running back. Can't go wrong there. And weaving his way through the line, he takes a shot, but Sullivan gets 9, and that keeps this drive chugging along. 5 wide receivers for Kemp now, looking to throw, and he is mobbed by UNC, and that is Adam Cox, the Nebraska native, playing for North Carolina. This drive looking like a lot like a drive last week when ODU just kept going backwards. Punted it away. Still a 2010 game. Billings is met in the backfield. Jeff Robinson and Josh Smith combining on that one. The big man, Jeff Robinson, needs to get involved a little bit more. I feel like he hasn't delivered as much as he should have here, and Barry just takes off. 17 yards. He made that look easy. Nobody even touched him. For the first, 15 yards of that play? They're going to run a little bubble screen. Darrell Williams picks it up off the tip, and a bit of fortune for ODU. Darrell Williams is going to get a pick 6. Put it in the bank. It's a 1-score game. They needed a bit of fortune, and they got it. Darrell Williams, the receiver, it bounced off his hands, and somehow, with great reaction by the sophomore out of Colorado. They are going to review this, though. The booth going to take another look. Did the ball touch the ground? This is a big moment in this game. Did this ball ever touch the ground, or did Williams scoop it out of the air? Check it out. It's very close to the ground, but it never touches. Williams with excellent reactions. You know, he is a depth guy. He's not at the top of the depth chart right now, the sophomore cornerback, and he makes a play like that. That's how you get more playing time. The play stands. It's a 3-point ball game, folks, and here's Derek Hughes coming off the edge. You see how much of an impact Hughes has because he just bullies offensive linemen. Look at him just push through. He is a specimen. 3rd and 6. Really important play here. Barry, plenty of time to throw. Williams breaks it up again. And things are heating up. The crowd getting into this one. Darrell Williams making plays. The sophomore. Kemp going to get flushed out of the pocket on this next drive. Looking for a man to throw to. Hits Nick Carroll. Big gain upcoming. Nick Carroll to the 15. A gain of 43. ODU are threatening to take the lead late in the 3rd quarter. Kemp setting his feet. Nick Schultz, the freshman, makes a play, and it's the young players getting involved in this one. 1st and goal under center, fullback to the left side. Sullivan stopped short. Who do you call in this situation? Not the Ghostbusters. You call the big man Bellamy. And he does it again. He continues to score the short yardage touchdowns. And that is ODU's first lead of the game. 24-20. They have mounted a bit of a comeback after a really poor start. Billings looking to spark his team back into this one, a 9-yard gain. And maybe they go back to the run game where they've had the most success. Passing has been a little bit suspect here. Ryan Chapman got off that block really quickly. Billings still gets 6. 4th quarter now, folks. 4-point game. Barry going to hand it off to Billings. What a block. Reggie Bolin, the big man, got absolutely laid out. I don't know who that was for UNC, but he did a number on the big safety. 3rd down, Josh Smith comes up with a big tackle on the backup running back, Dave Moore. 4th and inches. They're going to go for it. Going to hand it off to Dennis, the fullback. It is an entourage of ODU defenders. First, it's Kevin Watson, cleaned up by a host of other Monarchs, and the coach is proud after that stop. Aggressive defense on that play. ODU a chance now to maybe put this game out of reach. Tough running by the backup running back Antoine Hopkins, 10 yards. You have a 3rd down right around midfield. Kemp going to throw it, finds Sullivan out of the backfield, keeps the drive going. He had pressure coming into him this time, and he makes a good throw. Hand off to Sullivan now. First down. Look at this play. Sullivan cuts inside. 17 yards. And the momentum has really swung in this game. Felt like UNC was going to run away with it, but ODU. Look at the tough running by Antoine Hopkins. Junior running back out of Pennsylvania doing his part. First down, ODU, 3 minutes to go. Kemp pressured, sacked. The ball comes out. Parsons scoops it up, and he's brought down right there. The 4th turnover of the game. You'd like to do better there. The fumble gives UNC a shot here inside of 3 minutes. Monarch defense got to come up with something. Second down, Matt Berry looking to throw deep. Bolin! Reggie Bolin came down with the ball, but he was out of bounds. Third down. Big third down. You got to think maybe it's 4 down territory, but Matt Berry's sacked. Derek Hughes and Jonathan Dorsey combine on this one from their defensive end spots. And Derek Hughes has had his way with that offensive line. They would punt it away, so ODU, a couple first downs here will put this one away. Hopkins, another tough run, 7 yards. He's had a good game. Sullivan in the backfield, 3 wide to the right side. Sullivan goes off to the left and gets a first down. That bodes well for ODU. They're using their timeouts. No more for UNC. They cannot call a timeout. 1 first down will seal it. Hopkins continuing to plow ahead, 6 yards, averaging 6.3 a carry. Third down, a crucial one, and Paris Bennett comes in at the bottom of the depth chart, and he does not get the first down. So a field goal upcoming from freshman William Tuttons. 27 seconds to go. Here's the kick from 47 yards out. It's just short. This one is not over. Touchdown for UNC would win this game. They don't have a lot of time. They don't have timeouts, but anything can happen. Looking to pass for Matt Berry. He's sacked. Mike Robertson, backup defensive end out of Texas. It's a huge sack, and they have to hurry up and spike this one. They've got about 75 yards to cover here in 8 seconds. Odds are stacked against them. Matt Berry doesn't have the strongest arm, nearly intercepted, and it's Darrell Williams. Aaron Davis back there in coverage. Final play of the game, barring a defensive penalty here. Berry going to check it underneath. Timmy Jordan gets the tackle to break that one up, and ODU come out winners, and certainly UNC. Matt Berry played a good game, all things considered. He's the backup quarterback, but you maybe think they were really missing their starting quarterback. Joseph Woodard started his season with 716 yards passing, 6 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions in the first 3.5 games that he played. Got injured in the last game, and Berry had to take over. UNC's defense did their part, I think, for the most part, but you know, we got the plays that were needed to get this one done. Put it in the bank. ODU knocks off 5th-ranked North Carolina. I do think they're probably a little bit overrated because their 4 wins were against like Northern Illinois, New Mexico State. They weren't, and all those teams are 1-3 right now, so they weren't exactly quality wins. So probably a little bit overrated. But that play right there, Darrell Williams, pick 6, that's the play of the game for me. That completely flipped the momentum of the game. Kemp 13 of 20, 170 yards, touchdown. Got to cut down on the interceptions, though. 3 INTs. Sullivan with 82 yards on the ground. Kemp 32 yards on the ground. Not a whole lot going there. Rashid Chase, 3 catches, 1 touchdown, but each of his catches were important. He's been spectacular. Big day for some of these guys. Derek Hughes stepped up. 3 tackles for a loss, a sack, 5 total tackles. He was disruptive. Mike Robertson, backup defensive end, got a sack late there. And Darrell Williams, what a day for that guy. Not a big piece of the defense just yet, but I think a play like that, you know, can start carving out a piece. Even if it's not necessarily this year, might be able to make some noise down the road. Keep making plays like that. William Tutton's a very good kicker, but he's a freshman. He's got some work to do, so we'll see. Matt Berry, 11 of 19, but only 88 yards. They weren't getting a whole lot down the field. But, he had 107 yards rushing. Billings had 110. It's pretty ridiculous. Again, not a lot in the passing game, so the receivers didn't rack up a whole lot of yardage. Kurt Tyree, the middle linebacker, leading in tackles with 11. It's one of those games ODU could have lost. Things were not going well yet again, so it's a lot of consistency issues right now. Just offense is turning the ball over a lot and making silly mistakes. Got to clean those up. It's been an issue for years now. Pretty even on the total yardage there. 2 for 9 on third down for UNC to 4 to 8 for ODU. 6 total turnovers between the two teams. A lot of mistakes, but when you have a couple of quarterbacks like that who are still kind of younger quarterbacks, it's not too unusual, I suppose. We've got a couple commitments, including Derek Davis, the 5-star wide receiver who I so badly wanted to get in. He is in. Steve Clark as well at center has committed. We'll take a look here at Derek Davis out of Michigan. Speed demon wide receiver. We could use a guy like him. He's going to be a special part of this offense, I think. Steve Clark, 3 stars out of Georgia, lines up at center. Decent, probably going to need a year or two to kind of feel his way into the starting lineup. A couple other guys, Ricky Justice, corner, and athlete Chris Goodwin. Interesting prospects, to say the least. I think Goodwin could probably line up somewhere in the defensive backfield as well. But we'll see. We got to get him into the program. Quick look here now at the top 25. Oklahoma at the top of the rankings right now. Quite a few undefeated teams still remaining. There we go. UNC did fall to number 11, and we have cracked our way back into the top 25 at number 22. Things are looking up there. Lots of teams in our division are ranked. Georgia Tech, though, they were ranked, but dropped a couple games, and they're 3-3, 0-3 in conference play. You can see their defense against the run might be costing them some games, so that's something to watch going into our next matchup. Of course, we've played some absolute classics with Georgia Tech in recent years, hoping for another outstanding contest between these two teams. Well, that about sums it up. Look at Georgia Tech's schedule. They've played a tough schedule. That's pretty ridiculous. So I think we're up for another big challenge against Georgia Tech. It's going to be a tough one. Guys, watch out for that game coming up. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you all next time.